Hello and welcome. It's game time. um, let's just hop right in. So, gonna carry on with some more Plan B Terraform. Fired it up. Crazy how big the city is now. But yeah, we're gonna carry on with some terraforming. Plan B Terraform. Apologies for the delay. I've had a bit of a weird morning. Stomach's a bit grumbly. Didn't sleep very well, so if I'm a bit out of it, that's my bad. But we're here to chill, and this is nice and relaxing, so we're going to carry on with this. Yesterday we got quite far. We had these huge resource trains. We were pumping heat into the pressure into the atmosphere to create some ozone to increase the temperature a lot, which we're doing pretty well. We've got water now. It's starting to spread out. Our original production facility is kind of flooded. Tried to save it, left it a little bit too late, unfortunately. But that's such is life. What else? We were fiddling with trying to get the trees to grow. That's our objective at the moment. So if I'm pause, hopefully we'll start seeing some of these trees spread out a bit. I do know that the water's killing a few trees as well, which isn't ideal, but we'll get there. Just take some time. And yeah, we'll slowly press forward. But for now, it's just a case of trying to get these trees to grow as quick as possible. It is cool how the water spreads, but I might just say fuck it and let the water in. Try and get the it flowing a little bit. No Stigs, you're not allowed to fuck Australia. Australia is far too big to be fucked. Currently has 327,000 people in Space Australia. It's huge. It's enormous. How are you today, Stigs? Well, the trees are growing. Let's start spreading out a few more. Just woke up and tired. Oh, I know that feeling as well. Might sleep again. Yep, I did exactly the same thing. I woke up at 8 in the morning to my doorbell going off for the wrong apartment. Got up, sat around for about 2 hours, then was just dozing at my desk for another 3 hours. And then like a Gnostic sent me a message like 20 minutes ago. I'm like, oh, I should get up and actually do something. It's one of those days, at least for me. Is growing here? No. Oh right, I could put them on green moisture areas. I do like these rivers forming. It's cute. Although this has definitely become a lost cause. I'm gonna stop trying over here to liberate this. Oh, the trees managed to grow through the barricade. How'd that work? Huh. Well, hopefully I don't need all these supplies. I'm gonna just change the rail path so it's not going through the water a little bit. Because it looks a little bit weird going through the water. Should actually make it a little bit faster so they don't actually have to go a long way. Did just go through some iron, which I didn't really want, but whatever. Let's have a look. Let's fix these real quick. I wonder if they'll redirect themselves or not. I hope they will. The game seems like it's smart enough to realise that sort of thing. But yeah, we're just waiting for trees to grow, unfortunately. Let's speed up the game a little bit. I will just delete this path and let the train start redirecting. Don't think there's anything they need over this way. I'll give the trees more room to grow. Just track this out. Oh, I'm gonna have so much track. Oh well. A little bit more. How much more do we have? Ah, we're mostly done. Let's just keep going. There we go. That rail never existed. London is shrinking heavily. It's really not getting any supply over here, which is a little bit sad. Can I... This can all go. Can I try and save it a little bit? Could try and make the reinforced concrete over there. Well, I think I gotta start making the oxygen over here if I want to save it at all. Let's try doing that. So put these down. And what we'll do is we'll put some of those atmospheric ones. 1, 2. That will just supply a little bit. And to make reinforced concrete, what was it? Cancel. I need a recycling center. Here, taking the steel bars. I would like one. Where's steel bars? Steel bars and one aluminium bar. And a factory. Where's factories? It's in this one. Factory making. Where's reinforced concrete? And a factory making high-tech parts. Is that what these need? Does. They need polymer bars, which we can make. Factory making polymer bars. We can make. Take polymer bars. You can take carbon. So they'll have their own mini supplies, providing a tiny amount of supply to the city. But it does need reinforced concrete, so it's going to need normal concrete. So here, taking... What's concrete? Concrete. So if I ship in concrete, I can get rid of some of these trains. This one can go. This one can go. This one can go. Let us make... Let's try and make some concrete here. What's the water tables doing? They're all going inwards. So if I want to try and save this, I can open this up. Water should erode downwards. Get rid of all this. But what I want is this sulfur here brought to like here, bringing just sulfur onto 2 of these. A factory making concrete. let's make it 2 trains. There we go. Technically it's making concrete now. Not nearly enough for the city's demands, but a touch. Just make another factory. Guess the only thing it needs supplied here is concrete. Sulfur. Which is kind of nice. Put another train in. Yep, it's well and truly flooded. Start stripping out a few bits. Not that I really need to. I'm just waiting for trees to grow at this point. I should amp up the tree growth, which I might go and do. Let's go and have a quick look. I was doing trees here, wasn't I? Yeah. Just double it up. Triple? These 3s, yeah. Nope, they can be. Increase my tree production. Big forest over here. Let's speed along. Some more of each of the forests. Yeah, it needs a temperature map of some kind so I can know which trees I should be putting down here. Don't mind just throwing any tree down, but still, looks, I don't know, feels weird. Is this growing? They are growing. We are at 2.8% degrees, minus 2.8 degrees. It's gone dormant again. These growing? They're dormant as well. Oh, wait, we're in the southern hemisphere, so it's fall. I guess the season does affect it. Wow, this forest has seriously grown, hasn't it? Jesus. Does anything need iron here? Don't think so. This side does though. Put that there. One more. Now, I can't see all the spots to put mines down on, so I'm just gonna wiggle the mouse until I can try and get everywhere. At least this one's now actually producing stuff. Not that I really needed it, to be fair, but still could be worth trying to save that mine since it's already set up. Not sure. Just clearing up some more space, the water can get in a bit easier. Which hopefully means a few more trees grow. Like over here. Like trees are growing in the gap where the water is, which I think means they're not going to get much growth. At least not on this side of the wall. This one I think I will block in though, to try and save some of this stuff. Because the train should be going back and forth. Oh, it doesn't make scrap anymore. Ah, that might be a problem. It needs to bring its own iron in. Ah, can't be bothered, whatever. We're at 2.5% of the planet coverage. Let's just run this line down to here. Destroyed a few trees there. Not ideal. And the grass grows quick. Okay, this track needs to come like this way. And I need one train. Where's the trains? Here. Taking stuff to unload here. It's not taking steel bars, it's taking iron bars. Just have one train doing it. I'll just do that. Just keep the factories going. Put in there a little bit. Here it comes. Just feed more iron into the system, because actually I don't think I need iron in the system, to be fair, but whatever. Did the iron turn up? Oh, here it is. Oh, needs another unloader. No backups in supply. What are we lacking in supply in here? Let's have a look. So, composite still. Can't get enough composite made. What is the composite lacking? Polymer. Maybe I should build another polymer factory on this side. Let's do it. So, polymers need carbon, I believe. Let's have a look. Factories. Polymer just needs carbon, yeah. So let's add a line of carbon grabbers and more scrubbers. Where are they? Scrubbers, these ones. Hopefully that will just go and add to the production overall. Because bars aren't getting down to these ones at all. And they are stacking some composites, just not moving downwards. So, should start seeing these all pick up. Let's see, so we're still getting iron out here, which is great. Let's just increase it by 1. Growing, lots of plants. We can fit some in here. Just seeding more of the planet so it can grow faster. Don't know why this isn't connecting. It does seem to be. I think the water is killing it a little bit as well. Oh, that's sulfur. What about up here? Bit of a weird situation of trees and plants. Let's try just shoving some in all over. I don't think they're gonna like any of these areas. Oh no, apparently. I thought it'd be too cold up here. Apparently trees are growing in here. Let's just add to it. What are we on? 3.2%. We're getting there. Oh, I saw Space Destroyer growing for a second then. Can I put another row on? That's all. I can. Let's just add another row. Yeah, because most of these factories aren't even running at the moment. Hopefully 3 of them all producing will produce enough for each. And hopefully back up a little bit. Iron brought down, steel brought down, sorry not iron. So much reinforced concrete backed up. It's weird that the city just stops using a material entirely. 506 a day. Fuck. These can be 3s. I'll speed up supply a little bit as well. Oh, we're just about to break 400,000. You can visibly see the growing of the city. That's kind of insane. Is the metal supply keeping up? Could increase these just a bit. Just to support it's supplying just a touch faster. Looking like it's getting a little bit close. Might just supplement the factories a little bit. Yeah, I think we're going to run into metal supply issues soon. There's not much more space here. And then compost. Nah, they're all going fine. There's loads more room for turning organic waste into compost. And we're not backing up on compost yet. Tons of extra food. Just put a couple of extra in just for future proofing. Although to be fair, if the housing grows much more, we'll almost be able to just feed the houses directly from over here and remove the cars. Getting close. What else we got? Sulfur's all backed up now since I don't need to bring 1 million sulfur over. Could try and help London. Why not? Let's go and run a quick train over, so... Just fill out some more stuff. Throw down these. Want them both feeding into that. And this feeds into a factory making steel bars. This factory picks up the steel bars. And we have a train that just comes around here, back, and this one makes its way over to here, to London. We'll give it like 2 trains bringing steel bars to about here. Steel bars, 2 trains, go. That's steel bars. Factory should start chugging, making ever so slight amount of steel bars, which I guess will help. Let's just remove this, add this here. We'll make a couple more. That should amp it up entirely. Oh, I need steel bars brought over. Let's remove that. Put that there. Not steel bars, concrete. Could remove that one and put it back here. Oh, it is getting supplied. Hey, metal waste is coming back out. Which means high tech can now be produced again. Cool. London will keep growing. We're at 4%. So close. So close. Oh, this crater started growing pretty quick. Let's try this one. Give it a few trees on the outskirts. And a couple of other trees. Oh, I used them all up. Wow, burns through them quick. I like these little plateaus, they're kinda cute. Where the water's collecting, yeah. Oh, this place is all done, dried up. Thank you for your service. We're now positive temperature. It's kind of incredible. Should generate some more carbon. What else we got going? Could strip out some more of this. The water's getting deep over here. Uh-oh. Let's let the water out. Hoping the water gets out. Apparently still train routes over the water. Kind of funny. Reduce the amount of trucks that are just sitting around in here. Slowly creeping out of this area. Though the water seems to be gaining on us just a little bit. Let the Earth reclaim its lands. Just a touch. It is draining the water out, which is fine. That's what I want. Let's get this out. That's stuff submerged underwater. Base served me well. Did its duty. Can't even see the roads under the water. I'm glad I started making a different industrial base closer to Space Australia. This was good at the start when I needed everything close to each other, but yeah, this would didn't realise the water would be this bad and this quick. I'd expect some warning or something to just say you're in an area that's could submerge. Getting there, what are we at? 4.5%? Not much to go. All this iron going to waste. A little bit sad. The hoarder in me wants to try and keep it, but I don't think there's any way I'm going to save that. I'm already trying to salvage this last bit of iron. God, Space Australia is still growing. It's 500,000 already. Jesus. Well, if there's moisture here, probably throw some trees down. Where's the other city? New Beijing. Does it have any resources nearby? No, it does a little bit. Maybe Beijing would have been better. No, Space Australia is perfect. How much waste is it making? 156. So it should be able to service by 2 waste disposals. It's just not using up enough iron. Because not enough concrete's coming in. It's producing it, it's just slow. Anyway, what are we on? 4.8, nearly there. Well, actually we've got a lot of composites being made up. That's all. I do like how it grows just like naturally. Very cute. This crater's all been taken over by it. Oh, a few bits survived up here. Not as much as I'd hoped, but a little bit. It's the big water masses that have really taken off. Put some more. Just really encourage it to grow. .95. It's just about to ding. Got the train mess in the city. Five. There we go. Reach a total population of. Oh fuck me. What's that, 10 million? 1 million, sorry. Yeah, we're on 520,000. I don't know how you're meant to do that. I think you gotta do more than one city. Because this city is what? It's just the supply is not making it. Just can't get enough of everything. I can upgrade these. Which might help. Oxygen is making it. How many high-tech parts? I need 600 a year. Let's make it bring 1,000 a year. 1,000 composites a year as well. So it should be bringing twice as much as needed, if it can supply it. God, it just fucking devours the supplies as soon as it turns up. I mean, composites are looking good now. It's the high-tech parts that are not making it over. Where's the high-tech parts being made? Here. So I need to expand the high-tech part production. Which is what, aluminium and polymer. Where's aluminium being made? Here. But nothing's being done because it's out of supply. That's probably what's killing it at the moment. Let's fix this. These are all the older depots. Right, let's start amping up production again. Let's see how that manages it. Should be bringing stuff back in so these can start running again. This is bringing polymer in, which is good. Maybe another high-tech factory somewhere. I mean, it's making as much polymer as it can get, and it's still not enough. Speed all this up. Yeah, it's got loads of trays backed up waiting for high tech. I mean, I should be able to just replace these. Destroy these and just put more in, I think. Now it's just the aluminium production we're worried about. So how much aluminium coming from that way? Put this to 10 trains, just in case it can bring more. This one to 5 trains. Ah, metal production is becoming a problem. Let us make a new metal recycling center, because yeah, full metal waste is not good. Let's make a straight line. Put in waste disposals here. Expand it out a little bit. And what this is going to do is take waste metal and then gonna put it into the recycling centers. This one. Then I'm gonna need storages for both types, so let's start with, oh god, that's building into my areas. The important one, well the less important one is gonna be aluminium, and then this one's going to be steel bars. Let's quickly run the line. Same with this one. Now I need a train coming down here. We'll just expand it both ways to see which route it takes. And we're going to bring aluminium to here. 5 trains and a new train going from here to, I think this is where steel bars are being dropped off. 5 trains. I'm just gonna hope that we are consuming enough. Oh, actually, I can put it up here, change destination to here, and that will supply the steel further down the line. Should be perfect. Let's find out. Should be a lot more aluminium coming out. We're handing the west. We're up to 600,000. It's happening. How are these centers doing? Wow, they rebuild quick. It's expanding at an insane rate, the city. Like, you can literally see the buildings changing out here. It's kind of fun. I really like that actually. Watching the city expand so quickly. 670,000. So the plastic waste is being handled, although we need to take more polymer out. So this to 10 trains. Once the polymer backs up, it'll be a problem. Metal is backing up, but we're getting there. This one too. Composites is a problem. Let's up the trains to what, 15? I mean, I could sneakily put in some more factories. Should be fine. No polymer being made. It's the plastic. Let's make another train. Let's bring this down, but no, what we'll do is we'll just add another train line. And the train line's going to go from here to here, taking polymer 5 trains. And then hopefully at least get some of the polymer further down the line. Because apparently the carbon producers are just not enough. Oh, I could even train some carbon out from here. Carbon to here. That's carbon. 5 trains? Am I even making trains anymore? Is that something that's happening? Mechanical parts and high-tech parts. Don't think that's happening anymore. Got high-tech parts there. Got any steel around here? Let's build the assembly for trains. So that'll get high-tech parts. I need mechanical parts, which means I need a factory making mechanical parts, and a depot taking mechanical parts. There we go. Now at least I'm getting trains again, since I pretty much exclusively use trains at this point. Yeah, won't run out. That's important. Carbon is being brought. Let's just help unload the trains quicker. That'll help the carbon going. God, the traffic jam is kind of insane. Oh, population stopped growing again. What's it waiting on? Composites. Maybe I should make just a whole other composites factory. Let's do it. Let's go out this way. I haven't done anything out this side of Australia. Do I need any resources for composites? I need aluminium. And there's not enough aluminium coming out of these to actually take more. Because the iron's not being used up fast enough. I can do it down here. Here's an aluminium mine. So let's just plaster this area with miners. And it's going to have its own exclusive production. Enough miners? Should have enough miners. I think that's every square. If it's not, it's close enough. Right, so start putting a few. Oh, there's one I missed. A few grabbers around just to move the resources about. I want them all building up somewhere like here. Okay, now I want some factories. Making aluminium bars. And then a new depot. Grabbing up those aluminium bars. Right, what else do I need to make? What is it? Composite. Oh, population shrinking. That's no good. To make composite, I need polymer bar and tempered steel. So let's start lining this up to make composite. I'm going to need a grabber to take the composite off. Yeah, one row is going to be... Where's composite? There it is. And then the next row has to be tempered steel. There is tempered steel. Tempered steel there. Okay, to make tempered steel, it's steel bars and nitrogen, so let's make a row of those. Doesn't it need... Wait, why do I need the aluminium then? Am I making a mistake? I don't need the aluminium at all, do I? It's tempered steel, but for fuck's sake, okay. Tempered steel just needs nitrogen, which we can put over here somewhere. Just make a separate factory. Let's start making tempered steel here. separate factory making composite, and then the other side making polymer. Is that right? Should probably be something like this. This one grabs tempered steel. This one grabs polymer. This one does that. Okay, tempered steel needs nitrogen and steel bars, and this needs carbon, so this row needs to be... Where's nitrogen? Nitrogen. And the next row needs to be steel bars. And finally the row needs to be carbon. Which will then be fed by where the processes. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, I'm out. Mechanical parts and aluminium. Mechanical parts. Do I have any aluminium down here? Do not. But up here. Could fit one in here to make more Atmo. No, not that. That's our extractor. It's going. Hopefully provide enough for this. Right, back to the factories. That works there. So what I need is steel bars and nitrogen delivered, so let's have a nitrogen delivery and a steel bar delivery. I want the train to come in this way, out this way, back there, back there, or across. Just expand the bays. So I think the steel is going to come from town because it does appear to be. Oh, it was backing up just now. Is it not anymore? No, no it is not. Is that because growth has stopped? Supply limited. Is food supplied as well? Oh shit. Why is food not being supplied? Because there is no carbon. And there's no carbon because we're shipping it all out, isn't it? These ones should be making plenty of... just not making enough, I don't think. Let's increase this a bit. Let's demolish this route, and if it needs more we'll just, I don't know, expand the carbon, which I can't do just yet. Well, we're getting plenty of polymer, so that's not an issue. Well, with the carbon not being shipped out, at least these will start producing again. And if that stays a problem, I will go make a food factory somewhere, I guess. For now, we carry on with this. I'm really surprised metal's not overflowing anymore. Is it because this is not producing metal anymore? This isn't producing metal anymore. Okay, wait, let's fix that. Can't see where the miners go. It's very annoying. I don't think... Can I change the perspective? Can't remember I can change the perspective. Yeah, this iron's gonna run out soon. This one has run out. Demolish. Where's the site going? The site has also run out. Demolish. Probably get rid of that. Just try and recover some of the track. Like that. What's this iron mine doing? Let's increase its supply to 5. Trying to put more miners in, because we're gonna have to expand outwards soon. At least I think we will. Say that, but only one miner's actually finished recently here. This isn't Space Australia. What are you talking about? Space Australia is enormous. Have you seen this glorious 768,000 person city, Goose? It's so enormous that it's like a good portion of the planet at this point. Also, Space London is slowly being abandoned. Look at all this wrecked London cityscape. I had a big production base that got submerged by this lake, and it's sort of disappeared. Which isn't ideal, but that's where we are. And so London fell, but Australia rose in its place. The blue pie looks like the American continent. No, Australia refuses. The ore pile? Which one? That looks like the American continent. I don't know what you mean, Goose. What, this? Like the blacks? Looks a bit like West Coast America, right? Maybe? Getting there. I need to reach 1 million people for the next stage, but I don't know if there's anything else to the game. So I'm just gonna try and reach that. But I need nitrogen to start with. So let's ship in yet more nitrogen from there to here. So that's 5 trains going. I need iron from somewhere. I mean, this city is just all trains. I don't know how they function. They seem to drive through each other. There's yeah. This city just sort of runs on trains now because they're just so much more efficient than anything else. I am struggling for food again, which is not ideal. Have to figure that one out. I think it needs more carbon to make fertilizers. Let's do a little carbon stack. It's one too many, I think. I do like this game. I'm trying to think of what I would say about it. It needs more. It also needs a better progression tree. Because for example, like, one of the things you have to do is raise the temperature. Fine, that makes sense. I've got all these gas producers over here. They've run out of supplies because I've used up everything I can find. But it doesn't tell you to start doing that until you like focus on the cities for a bit, and then once you finally get to that, there's this big period that I was waiting yesterday, which was a good hour or so, where I was just trying to pump the atmosphere with stuff, whereas if I just put one down when I first unlocked it and set it up, I probably wouldn't have needed to wait, but the game didn't really push me to do it, so I didn't think it was important. So yeah. Yeah, just the progression in the levels up, and because I'd focused on the city so much, once I completed the heat stage, I then skipped like 5 stages because I had so many people in the city. Which, not ideal, but whatever. I need an iron mine. Might hijack. No, can't use that one. Could use that one. Or is this backing up with iron again? It is. Let's do it. Let's back these guys up. Trains. Oops. And I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should start my composite production, which means I can get the city to start growing again. Hopefully. I do also like the trains are smart in this goose. Like, you just oh, I don't have anywhere taking the composite out. Oops. I'll show you in a sec. Where is the composite? There it is. Yeah, the only thing the trains need is a loop to turn around on, but you literally press... don't want to limit the amount. You just press here, that's where you want to start the train, and where you want to stop it, which is going to be in this clusterfuck. You choose the resource, and then you choose how many trains you want to send. And even down here it tells you how much they're annually going to transport, so if you work out based on how many factories you're annually producing, there's producing 30, so 10 of these factories can be supported by 5 of these trains, and so you can work out exactly how much you need. It's quite... it gives you the numbers, which I quite like, although I'm not really following it, I'm just forcing more factories in when I've got space. I also like the trains don't stop if you've got enough drones. So like here, oh, let's slow the speed down. It's literally unloading the train as it passes by, which I think is fucking amazing. Here, watch, this one's gonna start getting looted right off the board. Go drones, grab the stuff, which I think is amazing. That was my aluminium oversupply. I could start setting this up for iron production. Let's go. I do want a mass place of drills. That would be something I'd greatly appreciate. Because that's very tedious doing that. Let's start. Oops. Just getting as much of the resources as I can. Go with that. I want to feed all the resources like this way. 2 factories. They're making steel bars. That'll do. That'll do. Where are the steel bars? And we want a train track that starts here. Has a bit of a wiggly loop. Let's get rid of that ugly piece. And we'll go from here up to here. Train needs to go. Load steel. Unload steel. 5 trains, go. they'll just do their thing. Yeah, the automation in this is quite easy, which is a nice change of pace. Sometimes they're not, sometimes they're really not. Well, considering they put all these like ease of access functions, it makes me pretty confident they'll put more in. So we'll have to see. I have to wait and see. And composites are starting to come in. Just need more steel bars by the looks of it. I think this is going reasonably fine. Do I need more production over here? Or more supply? Let's try another supply train. Got a 10. I'm not complaining if they need more steel. Should just keep production flowing. We are over-supplying, so it's fine. Hopefully the polymer can keep up. Worry about it later. Are we growing yet? What's happening in the city? Not enough food, not enough oxygen. Yay, yay, yay. Well, let's... How can I get oxygen down there? Put that. Should start shipping some of the oxygen a little bit more. Hopefully. Down to those factories. Can I ship more oxygen in? There is not more oxygen to be shipped. Not ideal. Now I should make these 3s. Yep, oxygen is making it now. It's food that's not making it. I don't have any stockpiles of carbon is the problem. Oh, it is growing it, is it just not growing enough? Oh no, there's more water here. Right. Water trains, what are you doing? Can I ground pump some water? If I build a... Can I build these anywhere? I can put it on green grass. Let's check the water supplies. Plant some trees down here. Will this add to the greenery of this area? If I can get some green to pump, I can put the pumping station much closer. More trees everywhere. Once I've got tons. Can't hurt. dormant. Dormant. Can I now put pumping stations on this though? Oh, I can put them here. Produce 30 a cycle. If I set up that, put a little train station here. Oof, ugly. And just start shipping in some more water from here. Maybe it will help. Yeah, it's water that needs it, not anything else. See if that's enough. Does that count as being submerged? Just wondering if it keeps stopping or starting. Yeah, it does keep stopping and starting over there, which is unfortunate. Are these growing? Oh, they are growing. Let's offer 10 trains. Since we got the water, why not? I think it's gonna be fine. Can I put any more down? Let's try that. See if that's enough. Oh, some of the trees are growing, that's fine. I do like the vegetation growing up where the streams are. Little lakes forming. Great Lake with the Great Shame inside. A bit more sulfur left. How's the city going? Still needing food, but the increase in water is helping. Oh, is there not enough nitrogen coming as well? That could be a problem. Plastic waste is full as well. Oh my god. What do I do about that? I think we go extra hard and we remove a bunch of population, put another couple of layers of this on, then a layer of these taking, where's plastic waste? Here. And then waste centers. should amp up production a lot. Or at least the processing speed. Oh, excuse me, burping. Having issues with organic waste. For similar reasons. Not enough nitrogen by the looks of it. Kinda wanna just move the food production somewhere. Yeah, because I'm getting lots of compost now, just not enough food being produced from the water, I think. Food is going. The organic waste isn't. Maybe I just build another organic waste factory. Like we go out here. Sure. Yeah, I think I'd build a new area here. That does the same as what we did with plastic, but for organic waste. Let's do it. So, waste disposal. One long line. And then one long line of organic waste being taken out. Then 3 processor lines. Compost. I'm gonna do 2 lines because it needs nitrogen brought in. Which I can't quite complete just yet. But we put the nitrogen line in. And we delete some of these to make a quick station stop. Because I'm going to need more nitrogen from down here. Looks like there's plenty still. Water's a problem though. Nitrogen brought to here. Let's make it 10 trains. Then take the compost. Oops, shit. Now we need to add water to it. So water. There's a weird niggle there, but that's fine. Bring 2 rows of greenhouses. Go with the water stop. I'll add some more water grabbers just to help unload. Nitrogen grabbers. And then the plant grabber row. Or food, sorry. Food grabbers. And then, hopefully, we can just do a long supply center here. Once the city expands out that far, which, to be fair, I should have... I don't know, it's fine. Where am I going to get water from? I probably need another pumping station, to be honest. More than anything else. Let's, any areas that pump well. Down here? Big region here that could be... Wait, all of this is? Oh shit, let's capitalize on that. Okay, train from here to here. It's not a stopping point, it's unfortunate. Train from here. Let's try that again. To here. Delivering water. 10 trains, please. Just have to hope the housing grows far enough. Don't have any recycling centres, so I need to build some more. What do they need? I'm guessing I'm also not making any pumps. So, recycling centres, concrete and high-tech parts. That's a bit of a nuisance. But down here, be able to do it here? No. Concrete and high tech. Well, is there a way I could make some aluminium? There's aluminium there. I could force my way through with some concrete. Concrete. To there. Put an assembler like there, making... Was it recycling centers? Yeah. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. And then the pumping station is reinforced concrete and high-tech parts. Okay. Maybe it'd be easier to just keep shipping high-tech parts down. So we remove something like this. This comes down to here. And then these assemblies just get placed. One here. Pumping station, one as a recycling station. Steel and polymer. I feel like that should be easier. Well, I say that, can't see anywhere to do it. Maybe down here. Steel. I could try. Factory. Making greenhouses. Let's do that. See if we get lucky. Not enough polymer, which means not enough carbon, so... I am making these, aren't I? Must be. Fuck me, Australia's getting big. Just under 900,000. I think we were over earlier, but we lost it. I could just get it to expand a little bit. Get rid of these buses, or the trucks here. Let's see, so... Is there anything else wrong in the city? No, it's just growing. Stopped. Satisfaction is low. I think what I need is a train to take it out for now. From here to like here. Taking food twice a month. Just help it supply itself. Just a touch. Let's check what the supply is saying. Still food, that's a problem. I think it's because there's nowhere to turn around. And where it's going. Is that really the best route it can do? Why does it go such a long way back round? Or does it just come back this way? Whatever, don't care. Don't know why it's taking such a weird route, but pop's going back up. These need to be Mark 3s. Yeah, it's having the problem of not getting the water down there as well. Which I think they're all gonna have, fortunately. It's fine, we'll work it out. Oh, 960,000. Zoom out, it's less laggy now. 970, 980, 90, here we go. 1 million people. Congratulations, completed the game! Oh, cutscene. I do like this sort of... what do they call it? Concept art. It's very cute. Gaddy Games. Amazing. I'm gonna go pee, give me one sec, and I'll have to think of something else to play now. Oh, right. Good. I enjoyed that game. It was a lot of fun. Little... I wouldn't say short, but it needs more things. Like animals. It needs... I would even put research in, but that's just me. Maybe put like unknown mystery. I like Surviving Mars. That's, I think, a little bit of a problem because it's too. I think it's a very good game, Surviving Mars, and I think this is a little bit too shallow. There needs to be some more story. There needs to be something. It's fun. The automation could do with a bit more. They did say they were rejigging the progression trees and stuff, but yeah, does it change what they want at this point? Nope, they still just want the same stuff. If I had the time, it would be fascinating to see if you can cover a whole planet in one city. I don't have the time, and it would take forever, but make a fucking megalopolis where the whole planet is just one city would be kind of amazing. Although I think you would run out of resources. Because the recycling doesn't provide enough resources for everything. Unfortunately. I wish it did. That'd be kind of fun, but... yeah. And maybe being able to, like, tell the city to expand in certain directions. Like, I've got all these buildings here and I want them to use them, but it's just they don't have any people down here yet, which, sure, fine, I get that. Also things they want, like stadiums, services, walls, having cities that will get flooded. Like, I don't know if they're planned to not get flooded. I think they probably are. But yeah, I would, if it was me, I'd put them, and, you know, it's a challenge for the game. Or being able to choose where you found your cities. That's always more fun. You have more control over what you did, and it's your own fault, like I did with my production base. It was my fault I built it in a floodplain, but the resources were too good and I was blinded by greed. And I wasn't quick enough to, like, dam myself off from the rest of the world. I do love how the grass is just taking over back. Overall I enjoyed this. It's not a full automation game like Factorio or something, but it's pretty fucking strong up there. Sorry, I'm just cleaning because my OCD says I want to clean the road. I'll stop. But yeah, it's pretty good. I'm not sure what to do now. What's the arrow say? Oh, that was the guide from right at the start of the game. More special buildings. They're fun. Yeah, definitely more plants. Visible biome map. Absolutely need. Boats? I mean, I've been watching Eco's updates and the big thing is boats at the moment. Why not? But sea cargo lines and stuff. Don't know, there's a lot you could do with this. Yeah. No, I'm happy. I think this is a pretty good game. Early access, I'm looking forward to seeing it full release. Have to pop back in at some point, try it. But let's oh, wait, there's a... I've just noticed there's numbers down at the bottom with longitude, latitude, temperature, daily average, 1 year forecast. Is this always there? Water, 15 meters. Oh man, it's 80 meters deep there. Damn. I'm gonna check these ones. 1 meter deep. Dirt. Fascinating. Let's go ahead. Yeah, it's cool. I would have a sea platforms as well, pumping up water like that. There's no power supplies in this as well, interestingly. Renewable mining, deep core mining, something like that. Like build a big mine, costs a ton of resources. You might have to ship the resources to the building, and you need like 5,000 steel bars, you know, that sort of thing, like a mega project. But that building will forever make 500 iron a year, you know, and you can only have one or something. I don't know. There's a lot you could do with this, and yeah, like I said before, I look forward to it. But I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna quit the game. You guys can watch this while I decide what I do next. I could go do some plate up, or I could do Terraformer again. What have I got on my playlist? I do like this intro scene, by the way, how it changes over time. Well, he had water before he had trees. I don't understand. Well, to be fair, I think I did as well. I don't know. Cannot remember. Explain Baldur's Gate. Friend. Could do some Astroneer. I don't know, I'm not feeling it today. Plate up. Did reinstall all my mods. Could try an automated bakery run. Yeah, I'm feeling that. Let's try that. We're going to play some plate up. So I'm going to quit the game. Oops, sorry. Just editing something. Gonna fire up plate up. Then I need to update the stream details.